of we don't know what's going to be on the table next. So I just choose something and go with it. Do I have your seat? Okay. So I like to use tree skirts sometimes on my tables just to give it some color, uh, depending on what room I'm in. Of course, this would probably be maybe in my kitchen if I chose to use that, maybe on my island. Um, I like to use these little glass trees. This is the tea light for the day. So, anyways, put that there. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, well. That's what happens when you do the last demonstration. Right, Debbie, when she's redoing your video again. So, anyways, uh, I like to use something a little more informal but elegant at the same time. I love to use brass at Christmas. I think it's just a real warm, uh, cozy feeling. This is an old piece of Baldwin brass, if you're familiar with brass. Um, they make a real quality product. I bought this beautiful tray, came from the ladies' Books and More last year, right at the last day. I'm not sure why it was there for me, I suppose. Um, so I like to use this doesn't feel like really good, but this is a nice product. These came from Dollar General. They're great little pieces, picks, just to bend and fit in under something, just to give you some little bit more definition. These lovely candles. Uh, if y'all like them, you may or may not. But I got those from Temu. I thought that was just a funny thing to find. I have the ones that are electric and they look really pretty. If you're interested in these tree skirts, oh, there's another one. These tree skirts, you can buy these. I hate to talk behind you. Are you okay? Are you okay? Okay. Uh, this is another one. This is embroidered actually, so it's a nice little thing. You get those at Cherokee Closeouts in Jasper. If you ever go to those places. This is a piece of Nora Fleming. I just set the little tree and stuck some bells in it. Um, you use her pieces for a lot of different ways. This tiered basket is a vintage piece of the Southern Living at Home. If y'all remember where they had their parties. You can unscrew it. Most trays you can unscrew if you find the tiered trays. Just put a wreath on the bottom. I like to use bells at Christmas. They sound pretty, but they're also shiny and give a lot of warmth to a room. Another piece of greenery here. Little big canoe, little dilly there. This is a tree topper, but I thought he looked kind of cute just sitting there. He's also a Dollar General buy. I do go to other stores, but when I'm looking for cute stuff, yeah. Uh, these sweet little babies are the replicas of those, 70s, I guess, 50s, 60s little trees. These are Dollar Tree products. Ta-da! So they're fun. If y'all want to come this way, then I'll talk to you about these little. These came from Reeves Wholesale Florist in Woodstock. They're something new this year, I guess. They always have a new little product, but they have the resin on the front. They're sweet to put in windows. I like to collect vintage bar sets. This is the traveling variety. Um, uh, I like to use this little vignette at a bar this is a Fitz and Floyd tray. I like to use these little boxes. They're so sweet to elevate things, add color, a little interest. I like them when they have some stripes. That's always fun to find. Little deer antlers. Those are not real, but you can find the real ones in lots of places. You just tie them up together. I like to use copper at Christmas. I think a Moscow Mule in the next 10 minutes is going to be great because I'm going to head to the bar and get one. I'm going to take my own cup too. These little lanterns are really sweet. Put little tea lights in them. It's a Hobby Lobby product. They still sell these, but I've had them for probably 6 or 7 years. Just tie the little ribbons on it. A few years ago, I used these at all of my place settings at Christmas at the table. So everybody had their own lantern. Uh, and then this is my little Scottish Santa. Penelope, you can check and see what it's. Yeah.
I just want to make sure it's authentic.
He is authentic. So, and we always use him, put a little bottle of scotch by him. So just kind of a fun thing. Um, this little tree is also, did I already talk about it? It's also a Dollar General product. I talked about that, didn't I? This is a little piece of Fitz and Floyd. It's a box with a lid. I just took the lid off, turned it upside down, just set the tree there. I do like to put birds in my wreaths also, red birds. And it's really cute to put shredded cotton balls inside the wreaths. So it kind of looks like a little nest. And then put the red birds or any kind of bird in there. Um, did I say these are a Dollar Tree product? I thought they were really sweet. They can hang or just sit. I think they're just sweet mixed in with greenery. The little velvet ones. They're great for kids. Hey, throw it. Didn't break. This is another piece of, I'm not sure what. Uh, Sometimes I'll put some black with some Christmas items, like the little lanterns, black and red. That's also good if you're bulldogs. I know you would appreciate that one. These are little, I like to use anything vintage. These are little vintage paper mache Santas. I bought these at a place a long time ago in Roswell when we lived there for 35 years. A lot of this stuff is really old because we lived there for 35 years and we've been here for 7. This is another piece of Southern Living at Home. This little fella has been with me for about 30 years. He's one of my favorite Christmas items. I just think he's cute. So I decided today I would sit him there. So the Santas I've just elevated on the boxes. These are Dollar General boxes. I think I probably said that again too. I've said it 5 other times, so this is number 6. Yeah. So just for a second, I'll talk about hostess gifts. Well, these probably aren't the prettiest napkins, but they are cute. Bottled wine napkins or tea towel hostess gift, and Dollar General has cute little Christmas ornaments that are real sweet to put with a hostess gift. This is another little vintage piece that always just goes into a tablescape somewhere. He is a Goodwill piece. I like to go to Goodwill about 2 weeks after Christmas. That's when everybody gets rid of their stuff. So one year I went and I bought a glass ornament in a box. And I thought, oh, put everything away. I shouldn't have bought it, but I did. So I wasn't going to open it. And I thought, no, I need to open it just to look at it, just admire it one more time. Well, it had a $100 gift card to Longhorns in it. So whoever donated it thought they just got a cheap ornament. But in fact, they got more. So I enjoyed that steak dinner. Yeah. Um, so this is another piece of Nora Fleming. It's the one that hosts the solo cups. They're not interested, that's okay. Anyways, solo cups. I just had a wreath. And then this little tree in there. This little tree's been with me for about 35 years. It may be ugly to y'all, but every year it gets spruced up. It's kind of ratty looking right now. Another thing that I like to collect, when my children were little, my girls, I would have a little book nook, and it would have Christmas books, and I always had a little brass lamp. And as they got older, they weren't interested in the books anymore, so we handed those down to the cousins. Then I started collecting old vintage Christmas books for myself. Some are not old, but some are. So I think those are real sweet. And I have one of these new little touch lamps that I use now. You just sit it inside These are actually 2 wreaths stacked together. And ta-da, that is it. Any questions? I usually buy my pieces of greenery at Kirkland, Hobby Lobby sometimes, and wreaths wholesale. So that's it. Yay.
Thank you.